In this video, I'm gonna give you brutally honest advice on how to get rich. I'm 27 years old, moved to America when I was 9 years old as an immigrant, relocated from Lagos, Nigeria with my mother. Now, by 27 years old, I've already made my first 7 figures in business, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what I know, guys, to make yourself a successful man and to actually get rich. None of this bullshit that people are telling you on the internet that sounds good. This is the honest truth. Let's walk right through it. All right, the first thing that's important is belief. Without belief, my spelling and handwriting is terrible, but you're gonna get the damn point. Without belief, none of this shit matters. A lot of people have limiting beliefs around money, and so did I. When I was growing up, grew up very, very poor. Didn't understand what money was, didn't understand what it takes to make money, right? And even when I moved to America, my mom remarried somebody that was not rich himself. So the idea around money wasn't everything. Money is not important. The real belief around money is that money is a tool, and that the more you hate on money, the more you try to push money away, the more you have this negative stigma around money, you're not aware with how much money you're making and what's coming in, the less value you can create to the world. So I always thought that the rich people were crazy, rich people were evil, rich people were, they just had the money somehow. They had these unequal opportunities, these favorable opportunities that were granted to them that made them successful. And that's far from the damn truth, right? If you don't have proper belief, you're not gonna be able to create value. And value is what makes you rich. Value is what makes people exchange currency for your services. If you don't believe that you have enough value to give people, you will never make enough money. This is why I believe a lot of people are in dead-end jobs. They're in careers that they hate because they don't think that they're good enough to create the value that people can then exchange, give them money for. So without belief, you can't create value. If you don't have that self-belief that you can actually help people, you don't have that self-belief that you can do things that matter, you're not gonna be able to stand out in terms of what skills you can acquire so people can start giving you money. And then when it comes to value, you have to solve people's problems. If you can't solve people's problems, you're not gonna get any money. But guess how you solve people's problems? By first solving your own. The best way to start a business, or the best way to have an idea that is gonna make you money, is to solve a problem you already have. What problem do you currently have that you have a passion of solving? What problem do you currently have that if you solve this problem will make your life easier? Because us human beings, we're very selfish. If you can make the problem that you're solving start with you, when you then offer that problem solving to other people, you're gonna have a lot more trust in the problem that you're solving. The difference that I see what's going on is people are trying to give advice on problems that they never actually solve themselves. Let me teach you how to get rich by selling you a course and hoping that you can give me money to fund the course. If you can solve a problem that you have, me specifically, I was obsessed with the dynamics of dating. I wanted to get good with my relationships. I would watch videos, I would try all type of shit because I wanted to solve the problem. I wanted to have a dating life that I was happy with. I wanted to be the guy that had choice. So I went on a quest to see how can I get so good at this shit that it doesn't become a problem for me anymore. Because when I was growing up, I was never desired by women. Women didn't look at me as the kind of guy, I was not the pretty boy who would just get results, right? I was kind of always overlooked, especially being as an immigrant when I moved to the US. I was made fun of, I was called African booty scratcher, I was called all type of shit. And the women, if you understand women don't like men that are away from the group. And I was always kind of away from the group, but I wanted to get better with this. Come to high school, same thing. I played sports, but I was still always the immigrant guy, the guy who was just kind of figuring it out. I didn't know how to play sports. I just kind of was thrown in there because I wanted to do it, but I wasn't really good at it. Until I decided, okay, I'm gonna start looking at the dudes who are good with women and see what exactly are they doing differently. And that's when, from high school to college, I started to get very, very interested in becoming good with my relationships. And alongside that, I became a college athlete. I ran D1 for track and field because of the same obsession. I wanted to get good at some kind of sport because I was never good at it. I was always coming back to solving a problem that I had. I wanted to play sports that I wasn't good at. Started with American football, wasn't great at that. Picked up track and field my last year of high school, right? Ended up getting 6 scholarships to go D1 because I just wanted to be good at sports. The same way I wanted to be good with women. So I solved the problem that I had, and then once I became a master at the problem that I had solved for myself, I then had the authority, had the belief that I could help other people. But if you don't have if you haven't solved a problem for yourself, how in the world are you gonna solve the problem for others? So number 2, solve a problem that you have. The third brutally honest advice that I can give you is to separate yourself by being original, not unique. So this is something that I think a lot of people make the mistake of doing, is when they want to make content or they want to start anything, they do, how can I copy as many people as possible and become now a guru? How can I copy as many people as possible and become this newfound guy? If you're watching my videos, there are tens of thousands of pages at this point, or hundreds of pages, who are trying to literally copy my videos and hope that they can get rich from it. But that's not original. You have to be original in who you are. I found a lot of success in the business world. I found a lot of success in the content creation world when I stayed true to who I was. When I started giving value with my bold, my direct style, that's when I was more in tune with who I am. I didn't try to reinvent the wheel. It's something I think a lot of people make the mistake of. They try to reinvent the wheel and say, okay, I'm gonna just start something completely new. No, I knew in the content space, in the business space, solving people's problems was a way to do it, was a way to display your expertise at something, but I didn't have to create something brand new. But I always thought to myself, how can I remain original? How can I be FitX Fearless? How can I be true to myself? How can I be me while giving value and solving a problem that I already had and then helping people solve that problem? But if you're trying to be copycat, hey, this person did this, let me just go do it. You're never gonna build something that people are interested in getting advice or knowledge from you. There has to be originality to who you are. You have to have a story behind who you are. I think my story is pretty original. Immigrant to the US, built myself up, athlete, engineer, business owner, content creator, right? This is who I am. I didn't try to go be like somebody else. You can't input my story into you, but I'm not some brand new person that has struggles that are so different that nobody can relate to. When you're original, you're relatable. When you're unique, it's a lot more challenging. And when you try to do something completely brand new, it's gonna be super uphill climb. So focus on being original, not unique. The fourth brutally honest advice on how to get rich, how I became a successful 27-year-old, was I stopped trying to win on my own. There's a saying that goes, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. And I learned this the hard way. I think that I would have made so many less mistakes if I would have allowed myself to be taught, allowed myself to learn from others. I always thought that if I just figured it out on my own, I'd be good to go. It wasn't until I decided to allow myself to make mistakes and learn from the people who've made the mistakes already that I started to see growth. My business did not take off until I brought on a partner, until I started working with a director, until I started working with people who have done it before, getting advice from people who have done it before. Stop trying to win on your own. You're not gonna figure it out by yourself. And it's a waste of your time. There are people who have made mistakes from you. What's funny about this is my dad named me after a guy called Otto von Bismarck, right, who was a German chancellor. My original name is Bismarck. And one of Bismarck's quotes is, fools learn from their own mistakes. Winners learn from the mistakes of others. I wish I'd have been told that quote a lot earlier, because that is advice that I think is golden. If you can learn from as many people's mistakes as possible, your journey will be a lot less headaches, a lot less suffering. You're still gonna suffer, you're still gonna have to sacrifice. But if you allow yourself to learn from people who have made the same mistakes as you, you can actually get to your goals a lot faster. It wasn't until I stopped trying to do everything on my own and trying to get all the benefits for myself, I always thought, you know what, if I figure it out on my own, that makes me smarter, right? No. It makes you foolish because nobody figures it out on their own. Knowledge has been passed down from centuries to centuries. The saying, there's another saying that goes, network is your net worth. The people you know will give you information that will advance your life. That is so true. Surround yourself around people who are just as dedicated and hungry as you, and I guarantee you, you're gonna learn things that will advance your life to allow you to start making a lot more money a lot faster. The fifth, brutally honest advice on how to get rich. Hard work is not enough. So a lot of what you see on the internet is work hard, work hard, work hard, work hard. And one thing I've learned as becoming a successful 27-year-old is that hard work is not enough. And I'm gonna go a little bit deeper here, so please follow me. I think a lot of people who wanna be successful think that if they just get their discipline on point, that's gonna be enough to get them rich. No. I think the people who are very successful, they already have a good element of hard work. It's the hard work, it's the consistency, it's the innovation, it's the pride, it's the lack of ego. It's all these things that will make the hard work you're putting in actually be worth it. It's the teamwork. I don't think hard work is enough. There are a lot of hardworking people that don't ever make seven figures. There are a lot of hardworking people who are still living paycheck to paycheck. Hard work is not enough. So I think you need hard work, and on top of a lot of other things are what's gonna allow you to get the success that you actually want. But if you struggle to work hard, you don't even have a shot. And that's what I'm trying to get to. A lot of people are struggling with just working hard. I think if you can't dedicate yourself to something and do it on a consistent basis and have discipline and pride in who you are, you don't even have hard work. The free shit, the hard work is free. The innovation, the intellect, the sacrifice, all these things that you got to do on a even more consistent basis, the teamwork, the dedication, the leadership, all the things that require you to be actually successful is what people don't talk about. They just say work hard, but I don't think it's enough. I think that's just the bare minimum. I think hard work is the bare minimum, especially in the age where we're in now, where you got AI, you have information that is at a fingertip. Hard work has actually been replaced. A lot of people can just, if they innovate enough, they can actually be successful, but they still have to have some level of hard work. So I think, oh yeah, just work hard. No. There are plenty of people who work hard. And it ain't just work hard, hard work, work smart and not work harder. You have to have an element of everything. I think if you give yourself enough opportunities with hard work, with enough innovation, with enough intellect, you're gonna give yourself a better shot of being successful. But if you struggle with just doing what you're supposed to do, which is what I think a lot of people struggle with, it's not gonna work. You're not gonna be consistent enough to go through the trials and tribulations that will actually put you over the top. Because the thing about success is it comes down to momentum. How can I build enough momentum doing the right things in order for me to eventually get over the top? You know what's funny? I've been doing live streams, helping my audience out for over 2 years. Every week, several live streams a week, answering questions. It wasn't until the last 6 months or so that my live stream started to pick up. But I was dedicated, I was consistent, and the hard work was just a part of who I am. I kept innovating, I kept trying to get better. That's when it took off. Most people wouldn't even make it that far because they don't have the simple level of dedication to just keep doing things on a consistent basis. You haven't built enough momentum to where your efforts compound. In order for you to get where you want to go, your efforts need to compound to eventually get you your desired outcome. But if you can't do that, you're not gonna make it. Because guess what? Even if you do that, you have to have some decent level of intellect. You have to be able to innovate. You have to be able to grow. You have to be able to take feedback. You have to be able to be coachable. You have to actually solve a problem. You have to be original. Hard work is not enough. So just quick recap, solve a problem you have incredible belief, because if you hate money and you're running away from money, you think you don't deserve to make money, or you think only a specific type of person needs to make money, or people who make money are evil, you will never get it. What you think you believe, what you believe you get. If you don't think that money is for you, don't worry. It won't ever be for you. You ain't gonna ever get some. All right, so incredible belief is what allows you to create value that you can provide. You have to solve a problem that you currently have. I think that's one of the fastest ways to get started. Think of a problem you have that you can solve for yourself, and then think about how you can teach that to others. I wanted to get better with women, so I got better with women, then I started teaching them about getting better with women in relationships. Same thing with my physique. I got in incredible shape before I became a personal trainer. Separate yourself by being original, not unique. Be who you are to your core, but don't try to reinvent the wheel and do some shit that's never done before. Number 4, stop trying to win on your own. Expand the pie. Don't worry about keeping the entire pie. You keep the percentage. If you kept 1% of a trillion, that's more than 100% of nothing. So expand the pie, bring other people on, innovate, help other people get on, bring a lot of expertise, because you're not smart enough. Neither am I. There are a lot of people who are smarter than you who can help you on your journey, but if you think you can figure it out on your own, you will never get far, right? And lastly, hard work is not enough. You need a little bit more than that. You're gonna have to work. Hard work is like the entry level. Hard work is the beginner. Gotta have some innovation, intellect, innovation, everything. And that's it, man. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what your favorite part was. Let me know which part you agreed with the most. Leave it in the comments, and I'll get back with you guys next time.